From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Lumen Field. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The motion man is Nakua. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. Right side, complete to Nakua. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, L.A.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll get forward for a couple. Foye Mafe in on the tackle. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. He gets this complete, finding Adams. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The motion man is Nakua. Running forward is Corum. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Here's a screen set up to Williams. He's got room to roam. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Williams. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Rams are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they forced 4th down. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. On play action, here's Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. Finds Nakua on the slant. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. That's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his man, it's Smith. And he'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line.
21 yards.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Cora. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
They'll stay on the ground with Cora. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 2nd and 9. They put Adams in motion. The RPO. That one is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
13 yards.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Rams first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. It's a lot.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Tyrese Knight in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Blake Corum out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Rams out to the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Throwing is May. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go play action with May. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now Walker. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Corey Thornton. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his 3rd touchdown touchdown catch this year. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Seahawks move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Throwing, Darnold. They'll set up the screen here to Coro. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, Darnold. He'll check this down to Corum out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, L.A.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
On 1st and 10, it's Coro. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith.
They were able to connect on the comeback. I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that one.
And he's in. Devontae Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
To throw on 1st down is May. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to Seattle after this. Made out on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Walker. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing now is May. That is hard side of the end zone. Allen Pierce. Touchdown Seahawks. Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are on top. It's 14-10.
Seahawks 14. Rams 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Cora. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It is 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10.
Darnold down on 1st and 10. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. That's taken in left side by Smith. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit. Really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact. And really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
To the right side here, pass is caught. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. 3rd and 2. Here we go. Here's Darnold again. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are.
To the goal line and in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, L.A. Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready? 18 Cardinals.
Now, this looks like a design run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number two kicks off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On play action, here's May. Now he'll run it.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
On second down, Walker. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third and short. And here is May. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Seattle.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work, but in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
They'll run here with Walker. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Out of the gun, here's May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
They're going. It's May. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
Well, give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They gonna hold on to this one. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason,
and he'll take it on in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. Yay, to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To throw on 1st down is Darnold. The outside, it's brought in by Adams. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just...
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Throwing,
line.
Darnold. Oh, the ball's out.
I just hope the young kids watching this are really paying attention. You get rewarded when you play with incredible effort. He's been close all game long, and he just continues to rush and rush. Now he gets the strip, sack, fumble recovery, all at once.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
You're on the ball.
Once again, it's Walker. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He was taken down.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Matt Gay on for the field goal.
Gay's kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
2nd and inches. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
He gets this complete, finding Adams. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
I love this decision here. My 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game, and that's exactly what they did.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down. On play action, here's Darnold. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon, good for a 1st down. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
You're set. Ready?
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Darnold to throw again. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Jalen Thompson on the coverage.
To throw again is Darnold. Flush to his right. Going right. It's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal.
First and goal.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Darnold now to throw. Moving to his right. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board.
It's a turnover on downs.
Made out on 1st and 10. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's May. That's right, it's A.J. Barner, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
4 yards.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Drop play, and here comes Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Downfield, he's got Horton. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Throwing on 2nd down, May. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
They'll go. Here's May. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he will have the Seahawks first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A give to Charbonnet. And not much there. He's back to the original.